So how do I actually pay off debt or even find extra money to invest? Because after bills, expenses, and a bit of spending money, there's no money left for anything else. So you've watched all the budgeting videos, you've listened to all the podcasts, you've downloaded all the spreadsheets, and you're still asking yourself, where exactly is this extra money supposed to come from?
We completely understand because we've been there. At one point, we were carrying over £20,000 of debt between us, and it felt impossible to see a way out.
But the one thing that boosted the rate in which we were able to do everything wasn't some magical budgeting app. It wasn't investing. It wasn't paying off debt. It was learning how to create a surplus.
Because if there's one thing we want you to take away from this video, it's this. You cannot consistently save, invest, or aggressively pay off debt without creating a gap between your income and expenses.
Exactly. So today, we're diving in and sharing the mindset shifts and practical steps that helped us start taking back control of our finances. So let's get into it. Okay, so the reality is you're probably not bad with money. You're probably overwhelmed. You've got a rent or a mortgage, council tax, gas and electricity, food shopping, petrol, phone bill,
List goes on
internet, insurance, children, family commitments, just life.
And by the time all of that's paid for, your bank account is still looking a little tight. Then something unexpected happens. Your car needs a repair. Your washing machine breaks down. Your boiler even breaks down. That's the worst. Someone has a birthday and Christmas even comes around. And then what happens? You're reaching for that credit card again.
You're operating at 100%. Every pound coming in already has somewhere to go. There's no room for you to even breathe. There's no buffer, no margin for error. And that's exactly why debt feels so difficult to escape, because you're trying to pay off debt without actually having any surplus money available.
So what is a surplus? Let's make it really simple. A surplus is the money left over after all of your expenses have been paid for. That's it. Income minus expenses equals your surplus. If you earn £2,500 a month and spend £2,500 a month, your surplus is zero. If you earn £2,500 and spend £2,300, your surplus is £200. Now, £200 might not sound like life-changing money, but let's put that into perspective. If you consistently created £200 of surplus every single month, that's £2,400 a year. A £500 surplus a month becomes £6,000 a year. Without a pay rise, without winning the lottery, without doing anything extraordinary, simply by creating a gap between what goes in and what goes out.
But see, earning more doesn't automatically solve the problem. Because if your spending rises every time your income rises, you're still left with no surplus. You can earn £2,000 a month and have a surplus. You can earn £5,000 a month and have no surplus. The difference isn't always income. The difference is what you keep. In fact, research from the UK's financial regulator found that millions of adults have less than £100 in savings. Deep that, guys. Less than £100 in savings. And many households would struggle to cover an unexpected expense without using credit. Not necessarily because they're irresponsible, but because they're operating with no margin, no buffer, no surplus. Every pound coming in already has somewhere to go.
And that's why creating a surplus is so important. Because a surplus gives you options. Without a surplus, every unexpected expense becomes a crisis. The car breaks down, credit card. The boiler stops working, credit card. School trip, credit card. Emergency travel, credit card. And before you know it, you're borrowing money just to keep life moving.
Yeah, this is real stuff, guys. But when you have the surplus, even a small one, things start to change. You stop relying on debt for every emergency. You can start building an emergency fund, You can start making overpayments towards debt. You can start investing for your future. You can start planning instead of constantly reacting.
So let me ask you this. When was the last time you got a pay rise? What happened to that extra money? Did it increase your surplus? Or did your spending quietly rise to match it? If your income went up by £500 a month tomorrow, how much will still be left at the end of the month? And here's the big one. Are you earning too little, or are you simply keeping too little of what you earn?
Okay, guys, we need to talk about this topic. Auditing your money honestly. Now look, I understand this can be uncomfortable. I know. But your money will disappear if you aren't aware of your spending habits and what you're spending your money on.
And that's when we realized how much money was disappearing without us noticing. Takeaways, Amazon orders, impulse purchases, subscriptions, convenience spending, random snacks, energy drinks, the little things.
And the problem is, those little things never feel expensive at that moment.
No.
Have you ever realized? But when you add them together over a month, over a year, they then become significant.
So one exercise we recommend is going through your last 3 months of bank statements. Not to judge yourself, not to shame yourself, just to understand yourself. Because you cannot improve what you don't measure. So the next section, we want to just mention that your income might need attention too.
Right.
Because you cannot save your way out of problems. There's a limit to how much you can cut. And at some point, you need to acknowledge that. Because if you're watching this and thinking, I've already cut back, I've already cancelled all the subscriptions, I already shop at Aldi, I already bring lunch to work, but it's still not enough, that's because there comes a point where the answer isn't cutting anymore. The answer is earning more.
Right. And you can only cancel so many subscriptions, right? You can only reduce your food shopping bill so much. You can only stop buying coffees for so long. And let's be honest, you still have to enjoy your life. See, the goal isn't to make yourself miserable. The goal is to create a surplus. Sometimes that surplus comes from spending less, but sometimes it comes from bringing more money in.
And this is where a lot of people get stuck. You spend months trying to squeeze another £20 or £30 out of your budget.
Yeah.
When the same energy could potentially create an extra £200,
Right.
£300, even £500 of income.
Yeah.
Think about that. You could spend weeks cutting back, or you could spend that same time looking for ways to increase your earning potential. And that doesn't necessarily mean starting a £1 million business.
No.
It could be overtime or freelancing or a weekend side hustle, monetizing a skill, taking on a small project and learning a higher income skill.
Yeah, guys, and one thing we want to be clear on is this. We are not saying that you need to work 100 hours a week. No, we're not saying at all.
That would be murder.
Because I can't do that, yeah? We're not saying you need 3 jobs, and we're definitely not saying that you need to burn yourself out chasing money. What we're saying is that even a small increase to your income can create a huge difference in your finances.
So for us, creating additional income streams became a game changer. Not because we became rich overnight, but because those extra pounds increased the gap.
Right.
And the bigger that gap became, the faster we could make progress. Instead of every pound being allocated before it arrived, we finally had options.
Right.
We could overpay our debts. We could save. We could invest. We could prepare for unexpected expenses instead of just reacting to them.
Right. Increasing your income isn't about buying more stuff. It's about buying yourself more choices, more flexibility, more security, more freedom. Because when you combine intentional spending with increasing your income, that's when your surplus starts to grow. And when your surplus starts to grow, your entire financial situation can begin to change. One of the biggest financial traps that you can fall into is lifestyle inflation. You increase your income, but then your spending increases too. And the frustrating part is you don't even realize it's happening.
So what usually happens is you get a pay increase, or simpler terms, you just start earning more. So you start upgrading things, right? A better car, the latest iPhone, yeah, you're gonna cop that. More takeaways, more shopping, because you can't have enough trainers and clothing, right? More subscriptions, a nicer holiday, and eventually the extra money that was supposed to help you get ahead has completely disappeared. So essentially you're just right back to square one.
And let's be honest, it doesn't even feel irresponsible when you're doing it, right? You tell yourself, I work hard, man. I need to enjoy. I can't come and kill myself. No, I deserve this small enjoyment. I deserve it. Or, nah, this life is for living.
YOLO.
This life is for living. And sometimes that's true. You should enjoy your money. But what happens is every increase in income gets matched by an increase in lifestyle. So your income goes up, but your surplus doesn't.
And before you know it, you're earning more money than ever before, but somehow still living paycheck to paycheck. You look at your payslip and think, where's all this money gone? Because the problem was never your income. The problem was that your spending grew alongside it. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it can quietly rob years of financial progress.
And since starting our journey, we now ask ourselves this question: how much of this increase can go towards building our future? Not what can we buy, because every pay rise gives you a choice. You can spend it all, or you can use part of it to create more freedom for yourself.
Imagine you get a £300 monthly pay rise. Instead of spending all £300, what if you spent £100 of that and invested or used the remaining £200 to pay off debt? You still improve your lifestyle, but you also improve your future. That's how you create lasting financial progress. So the next section we're going to talk about is give every pound purpose. One thing that really helped us was assigning every extra pound a job.
Yeah, and that's because money loves to disappear when it doesn't have a purpose, right?
That's for sure.
If you don't tell your money where to go, something else will. Convenience, impulse spending, random purchases, lifestyle creep.
Sometimes even other people.
Exactly. The money always finds somewhere else to go.
So start deciding where your money is going before it even arrives.
Before it arrives.
Tell yourself, for example, this £100 goes towards debt. This £50 goes into savings. This £100 goes into investing. This £25 goes to my emergency fund. Make the decision in advance, because when the money arrives, the hard part is already done.
Yeah, and that's powerful because you're removing the emotion from the process. You're not standing in a shopping centre wondering if you should spend it. You're not scrolling online trying to decide what to buy. You've already told that money what its job is.
So think of your money like actual employees. Every pound should be working for you. Some pounds are paying off debt. That's your finance department.
Right.
Some pounds are building savings. That's your HR department.
Right.
Some pounds are investing in your future. That's your marketing department.
Yeah.
Every pound has a role. Every pound has a purpose.
Right. And the money coming in already has a destination. So when it arrives, you're not deciding emotionally. So make sure you put the correct address on it so it reaches the destination and doesn't get lost in your online shopping basket or takeaways or all sorts of random
Lost
places.
in transit.
Do you get what I mean? You're in control. Set the destination and follow the plan. And when you follow a plan consistently, progress becomes almost automatic. Guys, small surpluses change everything. Now, you might think you need a huge surplus before any of this matters, but we're here to tell you don't.
Yeah.
You don't need £1,000 a month. You don't need £500 a month. Start with 50. Start with £100. Start with whatever you can create. Because the amount isn't the most important thing at the beginning. The habit is.
I mean, financial confidence isn't built by becoming wealthy overnight. It's built by proving to yourself that you can consistently keep more than you spend.
Right.
Month after month. That's where confidence comes from. Not from looking rich, not from earning a certain salary, but from knowing you're in control of your money.
Right. So instead of wondering how you'll get through the month, you're making decisions with confidence. You pay off debt, you grow your emergency fund, invest, and stop panicking over unexpected expenses. So not only do you sleep better, you feel lighter, and you become more hopeful.
Because your surplus isn't just about money. It's about options, flexibility, peace of mind. It's about knowing that you're building a future rather than constantly recovering from the past. And it all starts with creating that gap between what comes in and what goes out.
Right.
1 month at a time. So if you're currently struggling financially, we want you to hear this. You're probably not as far behind as you think. You don't need to change everything overnight. You just need to start creating some space between what comes in and what goes out.
Yeah, guys, you don't need a miracle. You need a plan. You need awareness. And you need a surplus. Because once you create a surplus, even a small one, you give yourself options. You give yourself breathing room. You give yourself the ability to move forward instead of standing still.
So let's quickly recap what we've covered today. First, understand what a surplus actually is and why it's the foundation of financial progress. Second, take an honest look at your spending so that you know exactly where your money is going. And third, remember that creating a surplus isn't only about cutting costs. It's about finding ways to increase your income.
Right. And don't let lifestyle inflation steal your progress when your income grows. Give every pound a purpose before it arrives, so you're intentional with your money. And most importantly, start small and stay consistent. Progress comes from repeated actions, not from perfection.
Focus less on becoming rich overnight. Focus more on increasing the gap between what comes in and what goes out.
Right.
Because that's where the real transformation happens. It's in that gap right there.
Exactly. That gap is where debt freedom lives. That gap is where investing starts. That gap is where peace of mind is found.
And if you take one thing away from this video, let it be this, please. The goal isn't to earn more and spend more. Definitely not. The goal is to create a surplus and use it intentionally.
Right. So guys, if this video helped you, let us know in the comments down below. What's one action that you're going to take this week to create more financial breathing room? And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Let's jet to success together, guys, and we will see you in the next one.
See you later, guys.
Take care.